We've extended chiral network coverage all the way to the Southern Environmental Observatory, and it's all thanks to Sam. His injuries have completely healed too. Deadman, by way of Hartman's Ha, said as much after he finished his examination.
Trust me, Fragile. I'm a doctor. And I know Sam's body better than just about anyone. He's doing fine. No need to worry. Thanks to a healthy dose of Rainey's Corfol, he's as good as new. Or right as rain, as you might say. Even for a repatriate, to die and be resurrected so many times in quick succession. I feared the worst. It's a miracle he made it through.
I'm sorry to say that the tar currents near the Southern Environmental Observatory are still unstable. Consequently, we'll need to keep the DHV Magellan here to defend the facility for the time being. All things considered, paving the way to Terminal Fort Knott is a Herculean task. And Sam's going to have to dig deep to see it done.
Don't worry, Sam's up for the challenge.
Thanks to Tarman and Deadman's efforts, his Ha may have made a full recovery. But the same can't be said of his Ka. And this journey was also meant to give Sam's mind an opportunity to heal. Isn't that right, Fragile? Soon, we'll have linked up our final objective. This will mark the end of our travels together. Which means the time to have that conversation with Sam is fast approaching. I believe we should tell him sooner rather than later. But what do you think? Well, perhaps I should broach the subject first. Something wrong?
Lou's not looking right in there.
Here, show me.
What do you think? It's almost like Lou's fading away.
Is that so? Then I'd say we're making progress.
I don't understand.
She asked me to help.
What?
Before we set out on our journey together, Fragile, she asked me to help you. To act as your therapist so that you could process the loss of your child. Sam, hear me out. Lou's been gone for a long, long time now.
No. Lou's right here. We just traveled across Australia together. I'll show you.
The pod you brought on this journey has been empty from the start. The truth is, I'm the one who's been operating your Odra deck. And it's because of that connection that I was able to share your flashbacks.
Hey, Sam. Can you take a picture of us?
Do you see? Nothing has changed. The pod has always been empty. We decided not to dispute what you said you saw, but to give you the support you needed instead. In this way, we believed we could help you come to terms with Lou's death.
Wait, what do you mean Lou's death? What are you talking about?
Please understand, Sam. We never meant to string you along.
Fragile was only worried about you.
I couldn't stand to leave you there. Broken. I wanted you to live. To move forward.
From the beginning, Lou was never there. I've been alone this whole time.
You're wrong. Death can tear us apart. We'll always be connected.
No, we won't. Lou's gone. And that's that.
Trust me, Sam. We will always be with you, no matter what. You will never, ever be alone.
Oh, we gotta go to Hartman's. That's the one. I mean, he's not really there anymore. That's where the hydrologist is at.
I could use some help over here.
Ghost mech spotted. Again? Had a feeling we weren't going to be done with them. Alright, there's a lot of process from that whole Higgs. The thing is crazy is Higgs must still be on a beach because we know he's not actually there in person. He's just using that mech, the ghost mech, to be present. Because in the last one, so we know, I mean, I kind of figured at the end of the last game that Fragile did not eliminate him. I just kind of figured. Yeah, I don't know. Well, he seems more powerful now than what he was then. So he's clearly getting. And the other thing is, he's still using Amelie's necklace as like a connection to her, but I thought she was gone. Unless the new extinction entity is or is born now and he's connected somehow. I don't know. I'm sure we're going to find out, but without Rainey and Tomorrow, yeah, Sam can't defeat Higgs. He's too powerful. There's just a lot going on. He's been put through it. The crazy thing, so at the beginning we saw what we believed was Lou die. So that was the assumption the whole time. And I thought Sam understood that, but then he saw Lou's BT walking when he was in his shelter. He saw Lou's BT walking and went into the pod. So I don't know if that kind of gave him some kind of false impression, and then he just started seeing Lou. And then when we first got to the Magellan, Dollman said, well, he tried to say that the pod was empty, but then Fragile cut him off. So I had always thought that, I mean, I didn't really know what was going on because the game's tricking you so much because you see Lou in the pod, but we know he's not really there. It's just now we finally have definitive confirmation, but I don't know. There's so much. So much. And Sam's just been put through it.
I sincerely hope you understand, Sam. Fragile never stopped thinking about how all of this was affecting you. Whenever you weren't around or were asleep, Fragile approached me to see how you were holding up under the strain. She wanted to know how often you talked to Lou in the pod, how much everything weighed on your mind, if you ever thought about what happened. She had faith that you would one day come to accept the reality of your situation. It wasn't just for your sake. Fragile needed you too. There are people out there who need help, Sam. Whenever you're ready to face what's next, summon your strength and get to it.
All right, let's do this. I don't think we're going to need anything else. I think, well, I guess we could get some drinks in us. Go ahead and grab a bite. I mean, I think we're pretty much stabilized anyways after getting our rest. But let's see what's next. We got to go to Hartman's lab. That's going to be, it's going to be a drive, but we got roads. Alright, my vehicle.
Sam, Tarman here. I want you to take a good look at the DHV Magellan. Her main cannons are operational, and it's all thanks to you. Contact us whenever you require fire support, and we'll be sure to oblige.
Chiral cluster bombs.
Did you take a look at that post from the Southern Environmental Observatory on the SSS? It seems ghost mechs are active in their local region, and the tar currents there are still in a rather chaotic state. This is Higgs' doing, all in service to a greater plan. We shouldn't underestimate him either, Sam. Let's take care on our way to Hartman's lab.
Yeah, so that probably means we're going to get some resistance. I mean, if we're going to Hartman's lab, I don't think I'm going to need this mask anymore. Let me... Gotta go get my truck, but... You know what I should have had was... the... rocket launcher. I mean, you only get 5 shots, but... I definitely wish I would have had that against some of those mechs. It probably would have been a lot better. I'm gonna get one. You know what? Let me just get two. So there's that, and yeah, we'll throw those in the truck. And I think the only other thing I should check and make sure, I don't think the truck will have any damage because, of course, it can't. It's too close to the station, so I can't even get it. Yeah, it's like, all right. I think it's fine. I mean, we could repair it, but I don't think it really took any damage. So my assumption is, man, we gotta drive all the way to Hartman's. Is that
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
I wonder what kind of orders this guy has. I mean, is there anything on the way? Oh, well, that one's going to Hartman's lab. We could take that. And that's going to Frank. We're not going to be anywhere near there. We're not going to the Phantom Smith. We could drop that off, though. Because that's just down there. It looks like there's a ghost mech in that area. Oh, look, they're planted all over the place. Wow. Yeah, they're everywhere. So it doesn't really matter where you go, although that one's like right next to the... Yeah, that one's next to the road. Yeah, we're going to have definitely resistance. There's one right there, too. Well, it just is what it is. Some of this is probably going to get damaged. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep it from... I probably should switch the weapons on the vehicle. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the other order? Is that not... I didn't even look at this stuff. Oh, you have to go get it and then deliver it. Well, I mean... we're going to have to fight those things anyways, because you can't go... There's no way you're going to be able to just drive right by it. I don't see that happening. So, okay. Recover the jewelry. Alright, so those are kiwi bones. Why is the truck not available? Okay, well. Guess because it's not in the circle technically. Yeah, those, I'm just going to put that away. I don't think I'm going to need it. Because at least not right now. We'll just leave it in the truck. Well, let's keep one of those. I don't know how many of these things we're going to run into, but... Man, those things are huge. I wish they weren't so big. Alright. Go. So this rocket launcher thing, it's not really effective against mechs, I don't think. So let's see if we can put something a little better on there. I don't know if that chiral gun If that one's better, we can repair it. Let's just do that. All right. It's crazy. You have to go all the way to Hartman's lab to get the next objective. All right, rocket launcher. Let's remove. So the mortar is for long range, which I don't know. I didn't find it that great. I mean, these are all... Yeah, that one's not good against ghost mechs. That one is, though. They don't have enough chiral crystals? I can donate some. But yeah, I think that's probably the best one. For the ghost mechs. Alright, go ahead and recycle that. Alright, got it set up. Let's get on the road. This is going to be a... The problem is, though, I mean, this thing's slow to fire, so I don't know how many shots we can really get off at once. But we'll see. This one down here we're definitely going to have to fight because I got to pick up those jewels, the jewelry. Alright, that one's over there. It appears that maybe it's under the road. Can't really tell.
Over there, that's a ghost mech unit. It doesn't look like they're aware of our presence. We could simply try to avoid them.
Well, those appear to be aware.
Support from the DHV Magellan is also a viable option. What do you think, Sam?
Wait, how do you get that? I don't remember how it said to summon. I think you have to be out of the vehicle to do it. Oh, that one's down. There's too many. Might have to go get more shotguns. That is a lot. Man, they're coming up all over the place. Like, how are you going to get... That one seems like it's got more armor. Yeah, it definitely does. Well, we got him. It's a lot of work. Alright, we gotta go down there. Yeah, I figured these were definitely gonna have to fight. There's a couple more that are close to the roads too, so I don't know if we can really avoid all of them, but the chiral cannon definitely works. There's what, one more? It's not over there. There it is.
Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo. Let's head to our destination and make the delivery.
They were just staked out right next to the road too, so I assume a lot of them are going to be like that. I don't think you could, I mean, you might be able to outrun them. I think it just depends. I will, when we get to South Fort Knott, I'm going to grab some more shotguns because I think those are the best weapon against the mechs. For Sam, anyway. The chiral cannon helps, but the bad thing about it, it just takes too long to fire, so you can't solely rely on it.
I appreciate your visits. Please wait while I confirm order status. Marvelous. This is in absolutely impeccable condition. Thank you very much. Until next time.
Didn't really get much for it, but
Well done.
for having to fight all those things. What kind of stuff does he got? East Fort. Could drop that off. Tar Therapist. You know, one thing we could do, we could just take the monorail, because you're not going to have to fight if you're on that thing. So I might just do that. Let's see. So yeah, we have this one. Look at all these things. Chemicals, alloys. That is a lot. I can't even put that. Huh. Yeah, we definitely need to take the monorail then. because you can't carry all that stuff. I don't even have enough room in the truck. So I guess leave on cargo shelf, and then I can probably take it from there. I've not done that before. Alright, let's do that. And it didn't really... I guess leave it on the ground. I'll just pick... Yeah, that doesn't really do any good. Alright. Well, we'll just leave it on the ground, and then I'll get it from... I don't know. I don't know how else to do it. It's kind of annoying to go that route, but it's alright.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Yeah, all that stuff just sitting around. Alright. Facility features, monorail. Let's go to east. Load cargo. Here we go. Oops, not that. Alright, East Fort. Let's make sure we get these correct. Load vehicle. East Fort. I'll jump on and we will get out of here. Alright, let's deliver this. I think I'm going to switch my boots too because I don't need these anymore. No, we're not in the mountains. Go ahead and deliver this. 24.
Pleasure to see you. Hang on while I process your orders. Whoa, brought us an absolute ton of cargo, I see. We'll be sure to put it to good use.
Nice. It's the other good thing about delivering materials, because you always get some of them.
With your help, research has been trucking along, and we've developed something you might find useful.
Level 3.
Your materials allocation has been increased again. Take as much as you like. We're proud to share with you the version of the bulk skeleton we have been striving to achieve. This one boasts even greater power than before, and an increased maximum carrying capacity. Naturally, this called for a more efficient battery, so the operating life has been extended as well. Oh, this last part was especially difficult, but we also found ways to make it lighter than ever before. So much so that this newest model can be carried as a small-sized piece of cargo. Nothing would make us happier than knowing you were using our gear. Come visit us again soon.
Order completed. Well done.
Not bad to have that, but I think for defense purposes, we're going to keep what we have. Alright, nothing on the way to Hartman's lab. Let's go ahead and get some more shotguns. Although I may have more in the... It says I got 2, but I think I'm gonna get 2 more. 'Cause why not? Yeah, put those in the backpack and that should be good. I'm probably going to throw that rocket launcher in there. I don't think I'm going to need it. I didn't know exactly how we were going to be fighting those things, so I'll just hang on to it. Hang on to it in the truck. I have to carry that big bulky thing. Alright, let's hit the road. See what else we get into on the way there. Not that far now. It's just a matter of how many more. I think there's only one ghost mech near the road on the way there. I guess the only good thing is at least we didn't have to go back to... What the... Oh, really? Alright, of course we're gonna have other stuff. That's just how it works. I mean, this thing might work, but I don't know. Alright. Now he's damaging... Couldn't hit it. This thing's out. This thing is annoying me. Come on, cannon, fire. Of course, that's... Hideo knows. Oh, you want to use the roads? Well, then you're going to have to fight some mechs. Yeah, that won't be the last of them then. They'll probably be here on the way back too. It's kind of funny those were there because that's right near where the Ghost Rider mission is. Alright, I believe there's one down this way when we go down the hill near the enemy base. So I think it's going to be right there in front of Hartman's lab. I don't think you're just going to be able to get to it. I don't see anything at the moment. People at the base are definitely going to be there. Yep. Let's boost up here. Maybe we're alright. We will deliver this, which I believe took damage from that motorcycle blasting into us. I'll repair the vehicle and then... Well, I guess we don't even know where we're going from here. It's been a while since I've been back here.
Once again, Sam, I'm sorry we couldn't bring you straight here on the DHV Magellan. That was one hell of a trip, and you must be absolutely knackered. Be sure to take as long as you need to rest before tackling more work. All right? For my part, I'll have a crack at assessing several potential routes for your next main order. We can discuss them when we take a look at the map later on. As for the cargo, I'll let Charlie tell you all about it.
Sam, this is Charlie.
Network infrastructure between the Southern Environmental Observatory and Terminal Fort Knott has been disabled for reasons unknown, though we strongly suspect Ghostmech's sabotage is to blame. To address this, we've decided to reroute network traffic through the F7 North Distribution Center. However, the distance is too great for us to establish a direct connection at this time. That being the case, we'll need to utilize the way stations situated between the two sites. The device required to activate them is stored at this facility. Collect it before embarking on your journey to the distribution center. You know what to do, Sam. We'll rendezvous on site later.
So now we got F7, which we're going all the way back to where we just were. Only 1%.
Thank you for coming back. Please wait while I check orders. It's in strikingly good condition. I'm impressed. I hope to see you again. Be careful and say hello to our friend from me.
Order completed.
Will do.
Well done.
She's got a bunch of orders. The animal shelter, that is too far. Back the other way. Pizza chef. All right. Yeah, we're just going back to where we were. Which is fine. I mean, we'll just have to fight probably the motorcycles again and some more ghost mechs.
Listen up, Sam. The F7 North Distribution Center is a long ways away. And by my reckoning, there's a number of different viable routes. The shortest, most direct path would involve you cutting through the snowy mountains. A dangerous proposition to say the least. You might find zip lines, ladders, and other structures en route to make your life a little easier. But without those conveniences, you'll need to make that deadly trek the hard way. If you're still keen, make sure you pack all the mountain climbing essentials and then some. Alternatively, you could forego the mountain route and circle round to take advantage of the roads to the east. Though if they're still in disrepair, or there aren't any bridges or other structures available, you'll need to come prepared to put in some work. Finally, heading west around the mountains would mean retracing your steps and going back the way you came. A fair few porters have already made use of that route since you paved the way. I imagine you'll find it easier going than the first time through. That route will also bring you close to the monorail. Get it up and running, and you can catch a ride too. Ultimately though, the route you take and the methods you utilize are entirely up to you. So take a moment to weigh your options and prepare as you deem fit.
It's funny because they, I mean, the roads are there and the monorail's up. I'm assuming they just don't know, but it's kind of funny. All right, network stabilizer. We'll just, well, I mean, it may take some damage, but I don't, most of the stuff in my backpack are guns, so I don't really want to offload those.
Order accepted. Thank you.
I mean, most likely it would take damage anyways.
Nice repair job she's practically sparkling.
Alright, let's get moving. It didn't look as if on the map anything really changed. So my guess is the mechs will still be in the same spots. We'll just need to worry. The biggest thing is going to be the motorcycles, because those can pop up probably at any time, but they may be isolated to East Fort Knott, since that's so far the only two areas they've shown themselves. Looked as if the one ghost mech was way out there to the right, so I think that's why we didn't see it. Thought it was closer to this area, but probably because the armed survivalist base is there, they didn't put a mech there as well. It looked over that way somewhere, so I'm not sure exactly where it was. But it's probably just over there in case you try to cut through. I couldn't even map. Like all the time I've spent helping get these roads up, there's no way I wouldn't use them, but... Oh, there it is right there. I see it floating. There's a few of them. Alright, we'll see if these respawn up here again. We've already eliminated them, but it doesn't really mean anything. I would have, if I had to guess, they're back. But maybe because we didn't rest, they might not be. I just feel like they will be. No, because they were right here. I don't see any. There's the Magellan. Head up here to F7. There might be some on the way there. I don't know. They were out on the ridge when we got here, but I think those have since left. Yeah, I think for the most part we're probably good. It was a long travel, but because you had the roads and the monorail, wasn't that bad.
I'm guessing you're Sam, right? You've come a very long way just to make this delivery. I should only need a moment to inspect the cargo. I feel flattered to receive something that's clearly been handled with so much care. I've been looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully this won't be the last time. Okay, use your Cupid to put us online.
Ooh, we can fire 4. Nice.
Well, looks like we're finally on the chiral network. I really respect what you drawbridge folks have been doing. Being a part of it all is such a great honor. The situation here was pretty dire, but deep down, I just knew that with your help, we'd get through it. It broke my heart when the Earth opened up and swallowed Cardinal Fort Knott. Ever since that day, the tar currents and chiral fields have only grown more unstable. I doubt these anomalies will get any better until you finish linking up the continent. But only a bit further to go, right? I'm sure we can finish strong. I just hope all the ghost mechs sighted in this region lately won't slow you down. They're with Higgs, right? He has everyone worried. So, to better prepare you for whatever he has planned, I've shared data for a quadruple rocket launcher. Don't hesitate to use it to keep yourself safe. Well, as the name suggests, it launches powerful rockets. We developed it here using old data we dug up. The rockets fly in a straight line and are capable of inflicting far more damage than most conventional munitions. They're not only highly effective against ghost mechs, but BTs as well. I've heard that Higgs has already made his way as far as the Southern Environmental Observatory, so you'll need powerful armaments to deal with him. That said, this launcher is absolutely devastating. A little too devastating, perhaps. Under no circumstances must you use it on another human being. Yeah. The ground beneath it became incredibly unstable. Possibly due to the craziness with the tar currents. With the city gone, an alternate route for chiral network expansion had to be devised. The plan was to extend the network from the Southern Environmental Observatory to Terminal Fort Knott, though that's no longer an option either. But I'm confident that the network stabilizer you brought is just the thing we need to deal with this latest complication. We'll do what we can to provide support. Looking forward to working with you. Once upon a time, I had aspirations of joining Fragile Express. Wanted to work alongside the living legend herself. Help her to reconnect the world, one delivery at a time. But circumstances often dictate the course of our lives, you know? So I ended up joining an APAC distribution team instead. Regardless of who I work for, I'd like to try and support Fragile's mission. Do what I can to unite the people in the same way she has. Thank you again for stopping by. So you know, we intend to continue research and development of powerful technologies. We'll give it everything we've got, but with our limited number of staff, it might take a while. And we'd appreciate any help you can provide as well. I wish you and all the drawbridge folks the very best of luck.
Sam, the tar current's behaving strangely again. We're unable to rendezvous with you just yet. The conditions are similar to when we observed that tarfall phenomenon before. I strongly urge you to proceed with caution.
This is Neil's doing, Sam. I'm sure we'll find him waiting for you beyond the tarfall. You need to confront him one last time. There's still so much we don't know about what happened 11 years ago. The nature of his relationship with Lucy, the baby that she was carrying at the time, and Blue, who was apparently born back then too. We need to see how all these pieces fit together if we're ever going to find the whole truth. So meet with Neil Vana and settle things once and for all.
Oh boy, we gotta deal with him, huh? She didn't even have any orders right now, probably because you gotta deal with Neil. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then I'm just curious what other weapons she's gonna have.